Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Rob. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please type the number 1 in the comment section or in the chat box, wherever you're watching this from, I would greatly appreciate it. Keeping in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see, by all means, go ahead, follow along, subscribe to the various social platforms. We've got all kinds of stuff that comes out on a weekly basis here. Heck, just on YouTube alone, we do, when there's a full week, we do 7 live shows on YouTube a week. 7, on top of everything else that we drop in. So make sure you go ahead and check all of those out. Hey, good morning, Trip. Evelyn, Ops Trader. There you go. Derek, morning. Down in Chris, Alan, Robert, Miguel, Ed. Hey, welcome, everyone. Appreciate you all being here bright and early on a Monday morning. Let's go ahead and jump in, guys. I got some stuff I want to get through, so let's start off with the futures. All right, so it's a little bit of a smackdown going on today on the ES. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need to see that anymore. If we get rid of this, anything to make the screen just a little bigger. So we're down about 34 points right now on the ES. Pretty much the lows of the day at this point since the overnight session. We look at the Dow, we're down 148. That's come up quite a bit from where it was. We were only down 20 in jingle, 25 or so when I saw it earlier. And right now we're down about 145. When we look at the NASDAQ, they're getting hammered the most. They're down 172 points today. 173, 174, no. 173-ish points. On the RUT, we're down about 8 and change on RUT. So nothing crazy there. Good move for them, but nothing crazy. Bitcoin's may give you another opportunity, folks. We're down at 41,000. It has been a bloodletting in the last couple of days, right? Regulations. I don't think this Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency event going on in Florida last week, brought out what people were hoping to see from it. So I think some of it is that. Ethereum, we're down 182 right now. Gold, not surprised. We're up 23 points with the market moving as harshly down as it is. Gold, flight to safety. You're starting to see some wealth go back into there. And then crude oil is interesting, guys. We're down at 93.78 right now. We were down. So did we hit 92? No, we did break 93, though. Just a few minutes ago, we broke 93. So, again, if we kind of bring it back, this is the lowest we've been in the last 5 days. Let's see if it reflects back into the pump prices. I don't think so. But let's see, right? I shouldn't say that. I bought gas for $3.89 recently. I can't believe I'm saying that. I bought it at Costco a year ago for $1.79. And $3.89 saying, ooh, we're under $4. Like it's a big deal now. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the trades from last week. This is the opportunity, the chance where you go ahead and drop your trades in that you did last week on Friday. Or if you weren't here with us another day, whatever trades you did during the week that if you didn't tell us about already, drop them in, share with them. Whether you made money or didn't make money, it doesn't matter. Whether it was funded or non-funded, broke even, makes no difference. It's all about sharing and getting this community effect going on here, right? Talk to each other, go back and forth, praise someone for having a good trade. Now, I'm going to go over from last week. Now, we had a lot of candidates on our list last week. Crowd, CRWD. Was the only one that I took, and I'll show you why in a minute. They had a DoD contract. Let me get CRWD up here. CRWD. There we go. They did give quite a bit back. I was looking at a bull put spread above 212. We never got in trouble. We never came down to 212. And that is why, folks, we follow along. That is why we follow along with the fib lines, and we use those as our starting point. If it doesn't, I've got to be down below that level. If I can't get enough premium, it doesn't mean you cheat and go above the level. You take the trade the way it's supposed to be set up. Okay. This said I had to be down below 212. We never got near the 212. The spread expired worthless. If you left it, I did not. I picked up 80 cents on the 210, 212, 207 half. So they were 250 increments. So my next one down from 212 was 210. So I sold the 210s, bought the 207 half, 80 cents credit, closed it out for about 25 cents later in the day. That was the only one that I took from our list. And the reason for it is I also did a bunch of covered calls and a bunch of diagonal spreads. Okay. So on covered calls, this was on Friday. These all came from Covered Call Explorer, guys. On covered calls, gold, GOLD, which is proven to be a great position today, right? Halliburton, HAL, which may get hit a little bit hit today, but last week's options expired wonderfully, and I already did this week, so I've already got my premium. HSBC is another one with covered calls. Let's see. Diagonal spreads, Dollar Tree, DLTR, HES, HES, and MDT were all diagonals. I did an Iron Condor on the rut as well. Picked up, I think it was about $1.40 or so on it. So, I mean, that was really nice premium, but a little bit higher risk profile than I liked, but I really didn't have a whole lot of choice there. So I got a lot of trades off. So only one from last week. A couple of others worked out. I just didn't get to take them. I liked Kroger and such, but let's see. So Amazon, amazing Amazon. There you go, Alan. Glorious Goldman Sachs. All right. Two nice ones. The SPY lied. It always does. It always does. Let's see. John said the SPX short for 32%, long 74% on Goldman Sachs, long 67. Oh, no, hold on. So the short leg was 32%. The long leg was 74%. Goldman Sachs minus 32%. Got it, John. I got it. See it now. Short leg on the SPX minus 32%. Long leg up 74%. So more than double what the short was. Long on Goldman Sachs up 67%. Got out way too early. Should have been 3x trade. Rolled my video calls and puts. There you go. That's it. Trip said IBM did exactly what we looked at. IBM did exactly what it looked like it would do, but I missed my entry. Oops. Twice because of the JOB shrug. I hear Trip. It's those distractions. They get in the way. I mean, the boss has some nerve thinking that you're supposed to be there when you're working. I don't get this. Right? Ops trader, crazy week, closing on a house and moving. Winners on SPY Friday, but very slight loss on the week. Yeah, so ops trader, you got some stuff going on, right? So there are things in life that just take precedence. You can't say, all right, we're not moving anymore because I got to trade this week. That would never work because you'd never move, right? Because there's always time to trade. So I hear you, but I appreciate you sharing it. And good luck with the house. All right, with that, let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right, so we've got a couple. I think there's about 8 candidates in there right now for today. I did prepare our list on Omega chart, so we're going to jump in from there first. Let's see if this ever fixed itself. It did. Okay. I was having problems with my trade station. Go figure. Last week. So American Express, AXP. So American Express got a downgrade from JP Morgan. They were in a neutral bias. Their downgrade takes them to 180.79. Ooh, we're down below that 182 level. So I'm looking at a bear call spread above 182. Right above 182. I like it. Lowe's, LOW. So Lowe's, the CFO is leaving, going to Pfizer. Lowe's is getting smacked on it. They're down $2.67. I looked earlier. Let me just pop it in to see for now. When I was first looking at the candidate, Pfizer is down 27 cents on the news. They were up 5 cents when I first saw the story. So really not that big a deal to Pfizer, but to Lowe's, really big deal. I wonder if it was because my wife did a return yesterday on a pretty big purchase we made there over the weekend. She didn't like it any longer, so she brought it back. I thought maybe that affected Lowe's price, but I guess not. So if we're looking at Lowe's right now, and they are down to 204, we'll call it. So that kind of puts us right in the middle here, guys, right? So let me drag this one out. Hold on, Nelly. All right, so that fib is expired. So let's pull this back and let's draw the new fib. This would be hiccup in there. And we're going to go right up into here. Yeah. So those of you that are familiar with what we do as far as Fibonacci's, look where it is, guys. What I just called hiccup is where we had a nice, strong, bearish thrusting pattern. We gapped up. One day, we're right back to fill that gap in. So that was just an outlier, not really something that has changed. It was an outlier for whatever reason, and we're right back in the thick of it again. The move up brought us to the 236, so it's a very high probability this is a good fib setup. And guys, if you listen, a couple things, right? If you want to know more about that, make sure you take advantage. Go to tradinglikeaboss.com, and we've got the Fibonacci, today's power indicator. Download that series, guys. It's a 3-part series. You get emailed every day. And while you're there, register for tonight's. It's 8 p.m. Tonight's Trading the Gap, right? I'll be teaching that this evening. It's the last one I am teaching. If you haven't got there, the room is getting packed, guys. We've got, I think it's over 700. There's 1,000 people fit in the room. We've got over 700 people in there right now registered. So, but we're going to have a big push going on today with an email. So get registered. And here's the secret. Show up early. The room opens normally at 7:30, a half hour before. So once you're in. As long as you don't take yourself out, you'll pretty much get a spot. But there may be some that don't, depending on how many register for it. So go ahead and check it out, the fibs, but make sure you get registered for the gaps as well. Sean dropped the links in the chat box. Appreciate that, Sean. Right? So now we're down at 204.5. Well, let's see. We need a couple of things in here, don't we? We need a horizontal line at 200. So let's put that. 200, dot, dash, dot, whatever it's called. This dark red, click OK. There's our 200. 197 to 207, we'll call it, is 10 points. I don't need a fib in there, right? So what are we looking at now? Now we're at 204. So we're going to look at a bear call spread. A lot of talk on lows, but how to do that to get there. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 207. Above 207, all right? NEO. Let's see. A couple others put their trades in there. Robert did. QQQ, 3 winners, 3 losers. Losers won on Friday. Okay, Robert. I hear you, brother. I do. It happens that way sometimes, right? Let's take a bigger picture view at NEO. My goodness gracious, what an old fib. But we have nothing but stair step in here. So I don't really have a good place to draw from. So we're going to work off what we have. NEO right now, they raised prices and stopped production. Okay. They're down at $18 right now. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 20. All right. And they do have 50-cent increments. So you've got a lot of opportunity there. NVDA, they got a downgrade. They got hit hard. At least they were early. Oh, even worse now. They're down 870 right now to 222.5. So fib is good on NVIDIA. No problem with it at all there. 222.5 takes me down here. So here's 2 things. We'll look at, for everybody, bear call spread above 226. Or I'm going to be looking at a long put. Right? So we'll look at an intraday chart. I will look at pivot points. I will, in an ideal world, we'd move back up to 245, but I don't see that happening. Oh, no, wait a second. My bad. We'd move up to 225, right? Because we got down here at 222, call it 223. So if we can move back up to the 225.5 level, roll over. And it doesn't have to hit exact. I forgot who asked it last week. Might have been Paul, had asked on, how close does it have to get? It doesn't have to get right to that level, but what I'm looking for is as it's moving down, give me some retracement back up. Let the bulls start to feel some power. Ooh, it's going back up. And then when it fails, it's usually crushing, because at that point, the bulls are totally unprepared for it. And it also gets me closer to that key level, which minimizes the amount of risk I have in that trade. Because if I get in that trade when the stock is here, or if I get in that trade when the stock is here, my stop is going to be in the exact same place. As an example, my stop would be here. We'll look at the difference in risk profile if I've got $12 of risk there, and I'm just making these numbers up, but you get the point. I've got $5 of risk there, right? So I'd rather have the retest and the fail. Could I miss the trade because of it? Yep, sure could. Am I okay with that? Yep, there'll be another trade tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. Not at all. Okay? So I do like it a lot. Again, look for that 65 to 85 delta. I can't give you an exact right now because NVIDIA has moved so much, right? But they have plenty of open interest. Plenty. So 225, 227 will probably be somewhere, probably, I don't think it'll be a 222 and a half. No, it won't. That'll be closer to that 55, 60 delta. So we'll see what the strikes look like when we get there, but plenty of open interest on NVIDIA puts right now. So not an issue whatsoever. All right, SHOP, Shopify. Now, there's only 3 candidates left, guys. Sean's already dropped it in. I think he did. He did. So go ahead and drop in your candidates. What do you want me to take a look at? Remember, this is all about community, right? So what are we doing here? Not only am I the last look for you before the market opens, you're also sharing a candidate with everybody else that's here who's going to go, some might go, ooh, I like that one, and put it on their own list, or say, wait, I didn't even consider something like that. How does that work, right? It's all about trying to help each other through this process, guys. Consider this a free mastermind group, all right? Is the way you want to look at it. Shopify, oh my goodness gracious, join the club. They have a proposed 10-for-1 stock split. I think it's too big, first off. That's me personally. It takes them down to $60. If the market gets hammered, it could take them down to $30 or $40. And I'm not a fan of that. I think they're making a mistake going that big, okay? But here's the interesting thing behind that. Shareholders are going nuts over it, by the way, right? I think here's the crazy thing behind it. The CEO, the founder, they're talking about also creating through this split executive shares, where it would increase his voting rights, just like Google has done. It will increase their voting rights. So basically, whatever he chooses is how the company works. Whatever he puts on his list of this is the things we want to do, he'll win because he voted for it. He'll get it, okay? So it's interesting that it's wrapped inside of it. But Shopify is up $7 right now at $610, right? Let's see, $595. We don't really need the 100-point levels right now. We're over 100 on our Fibit, barely, but we're over 100, 610. So we got 600, 780. No, but we need Fibits in here for sure. So let's go ahead and negative 136 and a 118. There it is. So, okay, good. And right now we're at 610. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 595. They are traded in $5 increments. Very large spreads, bid-ask spread on some of these. The puts are massive. $4 difference, $4 or $5 difference, $7 difference on some. So you got to see where it opens up. And that's why I'm happy for a split, because I think they are a little wild in their pricing. This will help a little bit, but it is a very active stock. So I do like that part of it. Okay. Next is T-Row. Now, T-Row only has monthly options, but guess what? This Friday, Thursday's expiration day. This Thursday is expiration. So we've got 4 days left in the week for this. So on T-Row with monthlies, they've got downgrade was their announcement. So I didn't write down the who as far as downgrade goes. Earnings coming up before the blue bar to the left of it. That's important to note. So we're down $2 to 144. Well, guys, we're right there. So first thing is I would need to see the stock below 143 and then a bear call spread above 144. Actually, I'm going to say I want to see the stock below 142 and a retest. So get down to about 142, start to move back up, 143, 142 and 3/4, somewhere around there, and then fail. And there's the opportunity for a bear call above 144. All right. And then Twitter. So I'm buying shares, or I bought the shares. I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't file SEC for that many shares. I didn't tell them. I bought the shares. Oops. asking for forgiveness now, right? But they're non-voting. They're not anything. They're just, I'm a shareholder, right? Passive, I think is the word he used. And then, hey, I'm going to be on the board. And now we're back today. Hey, I'm not going to be on the board. But a lot of speculation going on out here, guys. Musk is a very well-liked individual, right? A lot of followers on Twitter. The expectation, if this was a board confrontation, and this is just setting up for what may come. If this was a board confrontation that caused this, what happens? Musk is expected, if that's the case, he's going to buy more shares, right? To take more of a controlling interest in the company, right? At that point, he is going to go ahead and he is going to reach out to his followers and say, hey, help me out. Go buy one share of Twitter and vote the way that I vote. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness gracious. That's almost like a politician. Vote my way, right? Politicians, it's legal. For Musk, who knows if they'll let him get away with it or not, right? But right now, Twitter is down $1. Okay, so not a big move to the downside on it, but we are 45. Let's see, 45.84. So we're just underneath the 8 moving average, guys. If you're going to do this, I would look at this as a bear call spread for today only. You have to be out of this today, and that would be above 48. Right? I would not hold on because we're still in a bullish neutral bias right now. So I'd be a little cautious with it, period. All right? Okay, let's see what you guys got going on here today. Debbie said, when you say you are taking a bear call spread, you think it is going down. Yes, Debbie. So listen to the words. It's 3 words, bear call spread. Listen to the words and consider the meaning of each one of them. Bearish trade, right? Using calls, spreading out the risk with options. So bearish trade using calls. That's what we're doing. So we're selling one call and we're buying. So we sell the 100, let's say, and we buy the 105. You're buying the higher price, right? That's what it represents, right? I hope that helps, Debbie. Let me know if it did. If not, if you have another question on it, drop it in below. Alan said Adobe bearish with the retest of the 446 and the fail. So let me see, Alan. That's not what I wanted to do. Adobe. You know what? Let's go grab this. I was just pulling out my tracking sheet from the weekend because Adobe is one of them that's on our power option plays. All right. So Alan said retest of the 446. Which is right here. And where is Adobe right now? Probably not doing well. Yeah, they're down about $7.50 right now, which puts them at 438. Nice, Alan. If you can get that retest, that would be a great setup. We had it down as a day trade, right? We've got that. We were right at that 446 level, so we don't have it as a level. But we're looking at that for the downside. We're looking at that 417 as the first downside move. So I like it, Alan. I like it a lot. It's a good setup. If it moves that way, if it retests, I love it. Let's see. Andre said Apple. Apple more downside. Would there have to be a new fib drawn on it? Okay. So on Apple, said Apple, right? This is the fib on Apple, Andres. I'm not sure what one you have, but this is the fib on Apple. Unless we violate the 882, Andres, which is down here, we're not drawing a new fib at that point, right? So no. Right now, it isn't a neutral bias. So you're looking at 168 as support. You're looking at 172.5 as resistance. So play off of those levels, of course, keeping in mind that 170, 71, which is the 21 moving average. So you don't have that clear path inside of there. All right, hope that helps. Let me know. Robert's asking for AR. Let's see. I'm not sure who they are. And Trail. I think you brought these guys up last week, Robert. I think. Let's see. Do we have a good place to draw a fib? You know, I'm going to do my darndest with what we've got. Which is here. We have just about $1 inside of there, so it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but it'll work for what we need. Let's make that a little smaller. One more time right here. Okay, now at least you can see all the fib numbers, right? Price stock with monthly options, but it's lower price stock with okay, got it. With monthly options, but it's moving. Yeah, it is moving. So $32 would be the retest point, Robert. If you can get that, that's great. It's only down a penny right now for the day, so pretty good considering what's happening in the pre-market with all the securities. All right, so I hope that helps, Robert. Let me know. Debbie's asking for XLU. I almost feel like I got to say Gesundheit there, Debbie, with XLU. Let's see. We'll put a fib right here. Deb, we have an amazing bullish thrust pattern right now on XLU. Right, strong. We did push up into resistance on Friday. Let's see where it is in pre-market right now. It's down 8 cents, so nothing in comparison. It does have weekly options available on it. 75. Oh, really tight though. 75 half, 77 half to it. Yeah, so we don't need fibs in there. A fibit in there. So support at 75.5, resistance at 77.25. And then Debbie, we're going to need to split, I believe, up here. It is 7. Yeah, we're going to need to split that level up there. So if we going to split it, might as well pull this all the way out. If we grab the drawing tool for it. Right, so 79. If you break the 77, Debbie, 79 is resistance. Right, hope it helps. Let me know down below. John is asking for SPX or SPX short off of the 44.85.73 fib level. Nice. Okay, so let's start there first, right? So we are right now SPX flat. Of course, it doesn't open yet. Futures, the ES is down 32, right? So if you correlate that down 88, that puts us at about 58-ish, 50, yeah, 60, whatever the number is, okay? So right about where my horizontal line is there. And John's short off of that 44.85.73 level. If you can get the move back up, John, would be great. This is a big move down. You may be looking at pivot points already on this today to try to find some levels off of it. But or you could use the 55. I'm not a fan of it per se, but if it becomes a fail point and there's nothing else around, that would be what I would look for. All right. So that's number one. John also put in PayPal. Let's try spelling it right. PYPL. Okay, where'd it go? So short from the 113.78 fib line. Yeah, John, I like it a lot. PYPL. Let's see where it is right now. It's down $2 already, John. So again, we run into the big moves in the pre-market, which are never a help for us trying to find these setups. So we're already down at 109. So we're in the middle. If you can get the move back up, John, I don't know if we'll get a move back up that much from 9 to 14, 5 points, but I need it to be that retest and fail. So you're on track with the setup. No question about it. You're right there. All right. Hope that helps. John, let me know down below. Kevin's asking for GameStop, Jimmy. All right. So when we look at it, not really sure what you want to do with Kevin, but I'll just give you my ideas of what I see. So we're right now in a in a bullish neutral bias. Just trying to pull that out a little bit. If we put GME in, it's down $3.75 right now to 142.5. Ooh, Liam Magaro. So 142.93. We're right shy of the 21 moving average. You could use that if it breaks, retests, and fails. You've got room down to 143. If you can get any premium above 158 for a credit spread, for a bear call spread, I like that one a lot. Let me just see if 158. You got 57 halves. I'd have to go to 60. So as of Friday, we had $3 and then $2.49. You can get $2.50 as of Friday. You might only get about 30 or 40 cents right now for that spread, but there's still opportunity. If you're comfortable, I want to be above that 158. I don't want to be below that level. So I hope that helps, Kevin. Good, Paul. All right. Trip said, so with a short week, do the options actually expire on Thursday, or is that just when we cannot trade them any longer? No, they expire on Thursday. And the most recent Trip, after the conversation we had with Bill in our inner circle meeting, I reached out to my contact at Options Industry Council and spoke to them about the expiration. All expirations, maximum, even though Saturday is the day, maximum must be exercised by an hour and a half after the market close. 90-minute, and that's max. Your broker may be faster than that. They cannot, period, the end, cannot go longer. Member brokers to the OIC have to be 90 minutes max, right? Have to be 90 minutes when they report to the OIC. But if, as an example, and I don't know if they are or not, but if Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, is a member broker, they have to report by 6 o'clock, right? 4:30 to 6. I'm sorry, 4 o'clock, so they've got to report at 5:30. Well, if they have to report at 5:30, they may tell you that all exercises are going to take place by 5 or 5:30, whatever the number is, but their reporting has to be done by 6 o'clock, 90 minutes after the market close. And that 90 minutes is important in case there's a half a day and it runs into a holiday or something, and now it shifts. It's 90 minutes. So if we closed at 1, like we do on the expiration Friday of, like after Thanksgiving, it's 90 minutes after that is when it has to be exercised. All right. Yeah. Evelyn's asking for SPY. So Trip, I hope that answered it for you. Up to 446, then down to 440. Yeah. So right now, SPY is at 444. Yeah. So what Evelyn's saying is retest at 446 and then refail with the move down to 440. You're all over it. That's exactly the setup I'm looking for. Robert said AR ships natural gas. They're engaged in the acquisition to acquire more. Nice. Very nice. TRUP, I'm not sure who these guys are either. Life and health insurance. All right, so insurance companies, my favorite companies in the world. I hate them. I hate insurance companies. Pastor of our church house burns down. They are insured by a church company. They insure churches. That's what they do. And it took them over a year to get the money for his house as he's trying to figure out where he's going to live and everything else. A pastor, like he's making millions of dollars a year, right? Insane. Robert, let's see where they are at pre-market. TRUP, monthly options on them only. I've got no print on them right now, but 83 is their downside, Robert. But I'd be careful on these guys. Not much there. Why is MCD up $1.54? No idea, Debbie. We'd have to look into the news, and I don't have the time for it. I got to get ready for my trades. But I don't know. I don't know didn't find anything on them this morning that brought them up. It could have been an upgrade that came out. Not really 100% sure on it. So, all right, everyone. Listen, make sure you go ahead and get registered for the Trading the Gaps this evening. If you're not already there, I know a lot of you already are. And then check out that Fibonacci training. They're all free trainings, guys. Take advantage of it. It's all about learning, right? And that's what we're going to do. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest of becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Sean's dropping that link back in there, guys. Click on that link. Get yourself registered. And I will see all of you in tonight's gap class. All right, take care. We got Power Hour at noon today, too. So we got a lot of stuff happening. So take advantage of all that free training, folks. All right, see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.